Hey, is this thing on? Hello, hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I love that y'all have been loving the meal prep videos. Obviously, I love to cook, so it's absolutely the perfect content for my channel. But one of the things that I really like to focus on is the fact that meal prepping, food, whatever you're eating, should be simple and sustainable and not something that's gonna be extremely time consuming. So, in all my other videos, I've kind of shared like breakfast, lunch, snacks, and a lot of different things. But today I just wanna focus on lunch, and more specifically, a one-pot lunch. So a lot of times we see like all of these different meals going on, and it feels like you have to like have sides and a protein and everything kind of separated. But the purpose of meal prepping is to be able to eat nutritious food that is homemade and good for you on a regular basis, so it doesn't have to be extremely complicated. So today I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite super simple chili recipes just in time for fall. It's a great meal prep to eat along with whatever you like on the side. You could do an easy salad. I am prepping rice with mine, and also a lot of people like to do cornbread. I'm not a huge like cornbread and chili person, but that's definitely an option, and like saltine crackers and things like that. So I hope you all enjoyed this meal prep. It's a super good, really easy recipe, and I absolutely love it. I am gonna be putting mine into separate bowls, but if you don't mind having like the pot in your fridge and you have the space for that, you can literally, like, once it cools down, put the entire pot in there. I just prefer to make them separately so it's not like this huge thing that's kind of in the way. But I'm also prepping some meals for a couple of my friends, so I'm gonna be packing up like some bigger containers for them to take over as well. So follow along. I hope y'all love this. Obviously my recipes are not super like specific because I measure with love and my heart and just see how things come out, and I over season to make sure that everything is super delicious. So try to, like, you know, fix the seasonings and things to fit what works for you. But I hope this is just really great inspiration and you enjoy cooking along with me. So let's make a delicious, super simple, easy, nutritious fall chili. So I'm gonna start off with chopping up this onion. Since I'm making a bigger pot, I am going to use the entire onion, maybe two of them. But first, I'm gonna get my olive oil heating up and then just chop up this onion into small pieces. So I like to dice it. Make sure you've got all the skin peeled off, and then you can get it into nice small pieces. This is an 80-20 fat ground beef, so I may have to drain the oil off, but we'll see. All right, so now we gotta make sure that it's seasoned really well. So I'm gonna go in with a lot of minced garlic. Seasoned salt. Black pepper. Garlic powder. onion powder. And parsley. It should smell super aromatic, like the seasonings should be coming up in the steam, and I feel like I cannot smell it, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. You definitely want to season your meat while it's still somewhat raw. If you season afterwards, it's not going to taste very good. Now while that cooks, I'm going to open all these cans. They did not have any big cans at the store, but basically it's just tomato sauce. I have 10 cans of that, and then 1 pan of tomato paste. And then also, to add things a little bit different, I add a little bit of salsa. So the meat's done. I just added foil to like a regular bowl, and I'm gonna put the little strainer in there. So I add the foil because that makes cleanup so much easier. Once the grease hardens, I can just take the foil out and throw it away, and then easily wash the bowl and not have to deal with all that mess. So if you use a ground beef like I normally do, that's less fat percent, then you really won't have to do this step. But I feel like a fattier ground beef is good for a chili to add more flavor. Now it's time to just dump everything in. So I'm gonna go in with all the sauces. The meat is still draining, so I'll show you how I season the sauce. And that's pretty much the end of this process. It's gonna be super easy and delicious. Now we season the sauce, so I'm going to start off with some paprika. I like this to be a little bit spicier, but not too spicy. Another option is to get a spicier salsa instead of adding cayenne. But since I got mild salsa, I'm going to go in with a little bit of cayenne pepper. And of course, chili powder, and I'm realizing I don't have that much. So I'm actually probably going to use all of this. And finally, some pink Himalayan salt. After that, I'm gonna just dump the salsa on top. And again, for flavor and texture, you can't see it, but that's chicken broth. So I'm gonna add some of that in too. Now I'm gonna mix all of this up. Now I'm going to mix all of this up and let it simmer down a bit. After that, I'll put the meat back in. But I am going to add 1 can of this like tomato and green pepper. It's basically like Rotel, juice and all. Just add that in. I love to get as many like vegetables in here as I can. So just dump those in. And then we just have to add in the beans. Guess who realized they had no beans? Yeah, me. So we're back from the store, turning this on again. I just covered it while I left. So they did not have any kidney beans, so I rinsed some pinto beans and black beans, and that's what we're going with. Now again, I'm gonna give those a little season. Just some pepper and some seasoned salt. Alright, so we're back on track. Now I'm going to just mix everything together and let it come down to a simmer. And I'm going to add the drained meat back in. Ooh, this pot is hot. stir a little more carefully now so I don't spill anything. But you want to get it all nice and mixed in. So how you know that you have kind of enough of everything is every single time you scoop, you should see everything in the spoon. So I've got meat, beans, onions, tomatoes popping up in every scoop that I take. So I know that this is going to be a delicious, hearty, super filling chili and perfect for the week. Just gonna prep some of the toppings. Like I mentioned earlier, I am bringing some of this to a friend, so I want to make sure they've got like their lime and cilantro. This knife is dull. So I'm just gonna put some of this in a little baggie and get it ready to head out. Let's check in on this chili. Yes, that is perfect. Beautiful boil. So you can kind of see all the flavors getting nice and mixed together. This is ready. So I'm just gonna put it in the bowls.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.